Most people think crypto is only about Bitcoin and Ethereum. But here's the truth nobody is telling you. The real financial revolution is already happening behind the scenes, and it's called tokenization. BlackRock, JP Morgan, the White House itself. They're all saying the same thing: trillions of dollars are moving on chain. And here's the kicker: the networks that could become the backbone of this new system are not Bitcoin or Ethereum. They are XRP, Stellar, XDC, and Hedera. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you'll understand why these four could become trillion-dollar giants. Let's start with the big picture. For years, people laughed when we said crypto would disrupt Wall Street. But now the biggest names in traditional finance, BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, JP Morgan, are not just watching tokenization. They're building it. Why? Because tokenization isn't hype. It's the process of moving real-world assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, even US treasuries, onto blockchain networks. And when you realize that the market for these assets is worth hundreds of trillions of dollars, the opportunity becomes crystal clear. But here's the problem. Right now, tokenized assets on public blockchains are only worth about $26 billion. That's nothing compared to the end goal. Already know it's not Ethereum or Bitcoin. So let's talk about the real contenders. Stellar, XLM. One of the first public blockchains to see serious tokenization. By late 2023, it already had $400 million in tokenized value. Today it's about $460 million, with stablecoins accelerating. Stellar is proving it can handle institutional scale. XRP Ledger, often called the banker's blockchain. It recently spiked with $36 million tied to tokenized assets, but the real story is that major players like Aberdeen and Archax have already launched tokenized money market funds directly on the XRP ledger. Once regulatory clarity fully arrives, XRP's role as a settlement layer for trillions could be unstoppable. But wait, it doesn't end there. The quiet giant focused on trade finance. Right now, about $24 million is tied to tokenized assets. But with partnerships aiming at $500 million to $1 billion in tokenized deals, XDC could explode once adoption ramps. Hedera, HBAR. Used by some of the biggest enterprises in the world. Hedera is already experimenting with US treasuries and institutional funds as tokenized assets. We're talking about a $5.4 trillion FX market in the UK alone, and Hedera has already proven tokenized collateral trades are possible. But here's where everything clicks into place. Tokenization is no longer just theory. In just the last few weeks, we saw BlackRock and JP Morgan tokenizing hundreds of billions worth of assets. BNY Mellon digitizing US treasuries. The White House officially naming tokenization as a key blockchain use case. And remember, every on-chain transaction requires gas. That means if trillions of dollars move through XRP, Stellar, XDC, or Hedera, their native tokens will power the system. This isn't about maybe someday. It's happening right now. So what does this mean for investors? It's simple. If even a fraction of global assets, say, just 1% of $100 trillion, moves on chain, that's a $1 trillion market. And the blockchains powering it could see demand for their tokens skyrocket. I believe XRP, Stellar, XDC, and Hedera are positioned to capture this wave. Could they be worth trillions combined? The answer is yes. And when demand for utility meets trillions in tokenized assets, prices won't just rise, they could explode. The quiet flood has already begun. And the question isn't if tokenization will happen. It's which networks will dominate. Which of these four do you believe has the best shot at leading the tokenization race? XRP, Stellar, XDC, or Hedera? And if you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and stay tuned. Because this revolution is only getting started.